We're gonna make it work. And there we are. What's up, everybody? That's right. We are live. Thank you so much for hanging in there with us. I was a little late. I'm sure not even a little late, just about a damn hour late right now. Had some family things going on, but we're taking care. We're getting everything together. Little one isn't feeling well. So anybody that got a little one out there, you know how it is. When your kid is sick, hey, everything goes to shit. That's just how it is. Oh, cuss right at the beginning, but hey, there goes my monetization. But it's all good. But anyway, this is the best of the best. Got some things to talk about. Not a lot of things to talk about, but we're gonna still sit back and have fun. Hope you guys are out there enjoying. Get you some popcorn, get you some snacks. Let's get it pop a locking as we drop the intro like this. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Best of the Best. We got a great panel out here today. A lot of good information for you, a lot of good stuff to talk about tonight. And before we move on, let's go to the wonderful panel right there. This guy here stroking the box. You know he loves this figure. He is stroking the box, ladies and gentlemen. I'm surprised you haven't opened it yet. You had that boxed up since last week. But what's going on with you, brother?
I'm good, brother. I'm over here doing videos and recording, so I have like a whole buttload of videos uploading later tonight. So stay tuned for that on my channel. But other than that, I'm good. I'm just smelling the box. The ink on the box smells good. The die cast, the plastic upon plastic. I'm sorry. This is like one of those sleeper hits. If you didn't get this, you slept on it. You did a boo boo. You did a boo boo.
Yeah, man, definitely.
But listen, that's all I gotta say. What's popping, people? How you doing? Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. You know what to do. Don't mind me. It's the crazy man in the house right now with the beautiful panel. Doing my thing. You know, I'm like Vince Clortho. Keymaster or Gozer, just
this guy's crazy.
Particularly Loco tonight.
Definitely. But good to have you here, Loco. Look at that mug. I need some of that. I need some of that pimp juice, man.
Branded too.
Hey.
Oh shit,
man. We got the Loco Lu logo on there. Okay, I see how you going, brother. See how you going. Moving on to this guy right here. We got him here. The hand of the wizard himself. What's up with you, Aries? How you doing, brother?
You know, it's just it's a good day, you know? The great gig in the sky. Living the dream. Look, there's Wonder Woman. See?
Yeah, man.
Oh, and there's Super McMahon.
There you go.
But more importantly, there is Boba Fett with Fennec.
Oh yeah.
And there's Ahsoka, which I don't know why does nobody really like this Ahsoka? And I think it's great, but are we?
She's great.
Is it possible we're gonna get a new one?
Oh,
and if I do, brother cousins.
Oh yeah.
Should I get rid of this DX one because it's going to be obviously inferior, or do I keep it? What's say you, brother?
You keep it, man. You definitely gotta keep it.
I could do another giveaway.
No. Keep that, brother. You keep that one, sir.
It's good to be here. Listen, I'm bringing in all the drinks. Got to team up with Loco Lu. You're particularly loco tonight, brother. And
because I got that spotchka, baby. You already know.
Yeah, the spotchka is the key. With a little hint of wizard juice and some madness.
Some spice.
Dude, and then turn this record on and yeah. Is there like a disco version of this? I don't even know. I got to look it
up. Well, thank you so much for being here, sir. Absolutely. Going to this guy right here, the display king himself, flexing that new Pop Culture Living Room merchandise. Make sure y'all buy it and support my brother. Come on, look at that.
Look at that.
Isn't that sexy?
You have to contact me if you want this one because Disney and Lucasfilm don't like that I have it. So.
Oh wow! Oh yeah!
But I can get it made. I have it made. But you just got to contact me if you want it.
Oh no, I definitely need one. I definitely need one, brother. So yeah, put me on that list. What's going on with you though, bro?
I am doing really well. No, I'm lying. I'm not doing well. 2 weeks ago, I went to my brother's birthday party in New York and got sick. Which kind of stopped my training for this half marathon that I did over the weekend at Disney World, which it was rough. I did better than I thought. I had the whole month of October. I did not train. I sprained my ankle riding my daughter's scooter on the playground, playing keep away from her, hit a crack, fell off of it, like flew off of it. The other parents were like, "Hey, are you okay?" And I'm like, I just like put my thumb up in the air. I'm good.
Dude, you probably need a bigger scooter, Costa.
Yeah, I do. It's a 9-year-old.
You needed, you know what you needed, Costa? You needed what a Boba Fett's Power Ranger like clan. Like you need one of those things.
Right. So yeah, I'm
What's six Vespa?
What was that? Yeah, I want one of those Vespa, the Star Wars Vespa that I would, from that gang. I like their Vespas. I didn't like the gang, but I like the Vespas.
Oh, the damn Power Rangers. The Boba Power Rangers.
Yeah. I survived the run. It's like Disney's my happy place. I'm gonna go back in February and the end of the year again. So it's my happy place. But anyway,
Costa, what do you like better? Do you like Disney World or Disneyland or Disney Plus? Which is better?
I like Disney World. I've never actually been to Disneyland, even though I visited California several times, and I'm kind of kicked myself for it because I was a Disney Vacation Club member in those times, and normally I go, I'm like, why didn't I visit? I don't even know why I didn't visit, but I was there for work. I don't know. Anyway, Disney World rules.
Absolutely, brother. Well, thank you so much for being here, bro.
I love Disney.
There we go. We need the Mickey.
All right, everybody, are you ready for a good time?
Of course.
Love that, bro. Thank you so much for being here. And last but not least, we got this man right here with probably one of the dopest damn shirts I've seen on the panel. Look at that with all the goddamn skull. That's what's up. Frank Castle, Frankie, baby. What's up with you, bro? Second brother traveling in that lush ass hotel room. What's going on with you, bro?
I just don't know what to say. You know, you have Aries Carrington just popped out of nowhere. Popped out of nowhere with his pasta. And then you gentlemen, you got Loco Lu that's out there snipping a box with it full of spice. Making Macho real happy. Trying to wonder, where would I get mine? But things out there in the universe, out there in hot things, out there in 1/6 world, that we're just patiently waiting for some new heat coming through, which it haven't came out yet. And we're starving for it, but it's only a month and a half away for the new year. So hopefully we get something new. But I'm just patiently waiting, Loco Lu. You could throw some spice over there. You got to send it my way. Macho's getting old. He needs something to spice him up and try to get him back in the days when he tried to take the Intercontinental title and the World Heavyweight title. But we're here tonight. I'm glad you guys had me here.
We got Macho Dad in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
yeah. That's what's up. Thank you so much for being here, brother. Always good. Always good to have you guys all here. And, man, definitely going to be talking. Oh, look at this shit like that. Yeah, no, put it up to the camera. Dude, that figure is great. That figure is great.
So, like Loco Lu, I got to ask you, the Loco Lunus, does the fact... Luke,
he's actually doing lines off the figure, y'all. I'm just letting y'all know he's doing real lines off the figure.
OCP won't like that. OCP won't like that.
Here's a great question, because Loco Lu's really excited about this figure. But does anyone on the panel, including you, Luke, does it ever is it different when the figures don't have a full human head sculpt? And here's why I ask.
That's a good question.
Because that seems to be the biggest thing besides hair right now. Seems to be the biggest thing that we talk about when it comes to in art and hot toys. But like the figure you've got, Lou, it doesn't really have the full head sculpt. Does that take away? You know what I'm? You guys, you understand what I'm saying? Like, does that like mean
I got
like?
you. I got you. No. Absolutely. This is all right. Peter Weller, we have his lower face in this particular piece. Granted, he wasn't in the third film.
Yeah.
This is good for me as a collector. Why? Because I missed out on those Grail status pieces. Now, also, it's a good thing for me because as a kid, seeing him with the rocket backpack, I just like, oh yes, Rocketeer version all the way. Let me do some little swirly swirls and, hit people with my missiles and whatnot, and I'm good. Kill all those bad guys. I am happy. This right here does not bother me that it doesn't have an accurate, quote unquote, head sculpt of Peter Weller because it's not that version. It's RoboCop. It's just RoboCop. If I wanted a Peter Weller head sculpt, I'll get the 2-pack. I'll get the one in the chair. So that way I could see his face if I truly wanted that version. No, I just wanted RoboCop. I wanted my iconic, old-fashioned, get down to business and, freeze when you're coming with me.
But guys,
that doesn't bother me.
But guys, before we continue, I do want to give everybody in here a shout out real quick, just to go through a couple of chats real quick. Because I know we were a little late.
Jay, real quick. Sorry for me because I got into character. For all the veterans out there, happy Veterans Day, or I'd say happy Veterans Day. Thank everyone for their service. Being a veteran myself, I'm kind of chilled out until tomorrow, and you know what tomorrow is, Jay, for me.
Oh yeah, yes indeed.
Yeah. For all of anyone's out there, there's a devil dog out there. Marines have 2 birthdays.
That's right.
They do.
The actual birthday, and then the day they put those feet on those yellow footprints. And took that oath. So for everyone out there that's a veteran, thank you for your service, and don't want to go through this without acknowledging that.
Absolutely, I'm so glad you brought that up, brother. Thank you so much,
and thank you for your service, Eamon.
Thank you for the service because I'm a coward. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a coward until somebody touches my family. When somebody touches my family, then all hell breaks loose. But you did it for you did it for the country. You did it for the people who were able to fight and couldn't fight. Thank you, and thank you everyone who's who did their time in serving our country and keeping us safe as best as you can.
And for those veterans, doing this 1/6 thing is massive therapy for us.
Absolutely.
So it's more than just plastic crap. It's actually something that we could turn around and hold on to, something we could go and pose. It turned around having this community, and I can turn around and say this community helped me in so many ways because dealing with grief, dealing with PTSD, dealing with all types of issues. This is, like I always say, this is my safe place, my happy place when I do streams with you guys.
That's awesome, man.
That is. I'm so glad that you brought that up. Absolutely. Everybody that's out there in the service, we can't thank you enough, and you don't get thank you enough. So definitely thank you for your service, and simplify to all the devil dogs or Marines out there for tomorrow. Absolutely. So definitely want to give some shout outs real quick to people that's in here. Collector Joey, what's up with you? Make sure y'all go and subscribe to my man Collector Joy, who I believe may be having a show right after this one tonight. So make sure y'all check him out. That's my guy right there. He is killing it. AJ, what's up with you? Says it's Thursday. Let's turn up. Best of the best. Smash that like button. Hit the serve and enjoy the show. That's what's up, brother. Thank you so much. Rockamon Chris, he says, brother Cousins always keeping positive vibes, always above the clouds, but still below the heavens. Definitely, bro. Appreciate you as always. We got Ren's Talented Tino. What's up with you? The talented Ren's Talented Tino. Absolutely. We got L Walker in the building. What's up with you? Larry Walker. What's up with you? NW Collective. What's good with you? What's good with you? We got Ash Chase in the building. Says Comic-Con weekend. Here I come. There it is, brother. Absolutely. I know that's gonna be fun, bro. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. We got Brick Artemis in the building. What's up with you, Brick Artemis? Always good to have you here, my brother. We got Miss Sophisticated in the building. I see what's going on there. Right. How you doing, Miss Sophisticated? How you doing? Definitely. We got Charlie the Unicorn in the building. Says, hey everyone, be stoked that the SAG is again going to be working, making new content. I know that's right. We definitely got to hit on that and talk about that because I didn't realize that was over. So yeah, that's definitely going to be good that they're going back to work. We can get some new content going on. So that's definitely going to be good. We got S Beam here in the building. What's up with you? Always good to have you here, player. Definitely. And of course, my guy, 1/6 Thank you so much, brother, for being here and just being a awesome person that you are, man. Definitely, bro. As always, guys. Yes. Going back to what you were saying, Aries, about the head sculpt. I struggle with that a little bit myself as well. If a figure has a full head sculpt before now, for me, for the RoboCop, because that dome is so iconic, and for me, I have that was at one point that was my only RoboCop, the battle damage one, where you see the full sculpt of Peter Weller's face, which is just amazing. Like the detail, that's one of the best sculpts Hot Toys has ever done, and it's an older figure. But for me, for this one, I got to get that iconic classic look because I was missing that from that battle damage version. So definitely. But yeah, I guess it just depends on which figure it is. But it is sometimes it is like if you get like I remember when the first Mando came out, and I remember I was so stoked. Mando figure, but a part of me did feel like I wish it had a head sculpt, but even though he wasn't really taking the helmet off that much. So, but no, I hear what you're saying. It's like if it doesn't come with a unmasked head sculpt or a portrait, it does kind of in today's world for me, I just feel it's just an extra oomph. I love head sculpts, so I get what you're coming from with that.
I feel like it doesn't get and maybe enough attention, like the IG 11, the IG 12, or if they came out with Darth Vader for Return of the Jedi without the head sculpt, would it have been the same vibe? It's like, oh, another. I don't know. I sense like you don't get as much. I don't know if Hot Toys or these companies get as much credit for the craftsmanship to be movie accurate or television accurate or comic accurate to, whether it's the helmet, or I mean, like even when people were talking about let's go to Star Wars, Axe Woves, and there was a lot of disappointment because he didn't come with the head sculpt, but yet the figure and the helmet is pretty rad. Now I understand that people wanted to match it with the other ones because they displayed it with the head sculpt, but it seems it's seeming to me anyway that the big thing is really the head sculpt, and as I mentioned before, hair. And some like it, the hair is like the sculpt, but it was just interesting to me when Loco Lu is looking at that RoboCop, which is freaking awesome. And we have like Darth Vader's that are awesome. We have prior Boba Fett's, like that Boba Fett that just came out from the book of Boba Fett. That's so awesome, but it didn't come with that rockin' Tamora Morrison head sculpt, and a lot of us talked about that. So it's interesting to me.
It varies per character. That's the thing. It varies per character. For instance, you have Batman and then you have the Bruce Wayne head sculpt on top, right? When you display him with your Justice League, are you going to have him with just the Bruce Wayne head sculpt, or are you going to have the cowl on?
Yeah.
That's where it comes down to. Are you going to be in the Batcave with his cowl out, or are you going to be out there, fighting justice? That's an option that's beautiful to have. But nowadays, it should be a standard, but then that ups the price and cost. So, it's a seesaw effect. You know what I mean? Like you win some, you lose some, you get everything, you don't get everything, and in order to get everything, you have to buy everything. So, for instance, if I want that Peter Weller, look, I gotta get him as a cop, and then I gotta get him without his helmet.
Well, and you look, Lou, at that, like for instance, that Batman, that MMS4 something that comes with the Affleck head sculpt that goes for like buku bucks for the Affleck Batman, but it's because that's the only one that has the whole Affleck head sculpt, so it seems to matter.
Right. It does. Second brother, what do you think about that? Oh, and before you go, I want to give a shout out to FBJ. What's up with you, FBJ? Always good to have you.
So, baby.
Definitely. Oh, and also want to give a shout out to my guy, Hobie Brown himself, Late Bloomer, which will be back on Best of the Best next week. So I'm gonna send you the invite. I need you back in here. Definitely, brother. But no, bro, what do you think about that?
Like, head sculpts are always a bonus. They're always a bonus. But as for what we were talking about with the RoboCop, is that some figures you kind of have to leave it to imagination in a way. That we know that Peter Weller wasn't a RoboCop, but the appeal of that is that we know Peter Weller is RoboCop, just like we know that Hayden is Anakin. Okay, that we know David Prowse and James Earl Jones is Darth Vader.
Exactly.
You know that. Okay. I'm like, you say I give both of them love because we're not gonna try to start a controversy here.
Yeah, because because Prowse will come from it. He wrote my box and was like, "I am Darth Vader."
No, I have his autograph, and he's
specifically, I am Darth Vader.
Everything that he does, he does everything that he does. But just to say, with his voice. James, is the camera frozen? Do you guys still hear me?
Yeah, well, I still hear you. You're frozen, but we still hear you though.
All right. Hopefully this thing straightens itself out. But but as we're getting back to head sculpts, head sculpts are a bonus, but just like piggyback with Loco Lu, if you pose in these action scenes and you pose in these different, things, are you gonna have him when his head is exposed, or are you gonna have him with with his battle gear? So it's really a subjective thing. I wish all the figures had head sculpts in it because we pay that price.
Exactly.
Yep. We pay that price. So like Aries was talking about with the Boba Fett, I do not understand why they did not put a head sculpt on that Boba Fett, because that piece is amazing right there. But if you're trying to get the essence of that whole battle that went on Tatooine, he didn't have his head, didn't take the helmet off. So I get it. And it's enough. It's enough if you're a hardcore collector. And you know what? Hot Toys know that we collect multiple pieces. So if we really wanted that head sculpt, we just pop it off the one that we got. So that's a part of the game.
Also, that 2-pack is still available with the head sculpt anyway. So if you get that,
and it's 35% off.
30%. Right. That's what I brought them up.
Is it 35% off right now?
35% off.
Damn. They had that with freaking Rescue the other day. So I noticed for the first time when I did the market show this weekend, I was like, darn, what's going on with Rescue? Because I haven't yet seen 35%. But you're starting to see it climb now. Honestly, I was like, man, what would I actually dive into with 40%? I might grab it.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, that's how many did they make? Costa for them to be going 35.
Probably had to make
40%.
Probably had to make a shit ton of them.
1 billion. Is it 1 billion?
Yeah, what you think about that, Costa? This whole thing with head sculpts.
I think head sculpts are overrated.
As Lou drops a head sculpt.
I dropped the helmet, yeah. That's all right.
I think head sculpts are overrated. Figures don't need heads. I mean,
whoa. Speak for yourself.
Why do we need perfect likenesses of the characters that we love and enjoy.
Exactly.
We really just want we
Look
just
at
want the
Hasbro.
body.
Just do it like that.
It's cool.
Yeah.
You know, I was perfectly fine back Costa in the 70s and the 80s with my non-lookalike Star Wars figures.
I was too. Like I was like, is that really Luke? No. if I brought out
But the packaging looked like
one of
Luke.
my if I brought out
Right.
any of the ones from
what
the
she said.
90s, they're all buff.
Oh
Like,
yeah, they were
all
great.
like ripped.
They're like the Hulkster, baby.
Like, yeah, seriously, Luke is just like, I'm gonna
What was that?
murder you.
The power of the
the
force was
force.
he was overly jacked. You ain't ever lied.
Every
Han Solo looking
single
like the Hulkster, man.
every
They were going
single
off of the
figure
Masters
in
of
the
Universe hype,
mid
that's why.
90s when they came back out in 95 were all jacked for
All those
what
orange
reason?
cards, dude. Yeah.
Nah, dude, he looked like
No, no.
like Ultimate Warrior.
Word.
Yeah, it is.
He did. He
So-
did look like the Ultimate Warrior.
I mean, even Hasbro are working on their scanning technology,
Yeah.
but if they get too good looking, will they charge us more if you collect the 3 3/4?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Although
Then they
I
had-
have seen a lot of artists do touch-ups to the head sculpts, and they look freaking amazing at 3 3/4. So
that is
It's the
awesome.
paint job. What it comes down
Yeah.
is not so much the sculpt, it's the paint. So when they do their quote unquote 3D printing technology, it's basically 3D printing paint on it. So when you see it, it's all
Right.
pixelated, which is not so good. But I understand cutting costs because to get people to paint those eyeballs, it's costly.
Yeah.
So on top of that, no, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Costa.
I was just gonna say, Hasbro, make your own figure, with
Yes.
your own likeness. I tried that.
Did you really?
I was like, I'm gonna film this. We're gonna go through the steps. We're gonna make a video, and then you look at the scan, and I'm like, nope,
Yeah, exactly.
that is not even
Right.
close. So
Not
I'm
e-
like, you know what? They can't get my nose right. Like, why am I? Why do I even bother? So
I gotta
Because
ask
it's
you
only
this,
a
Jay.
frontal scan. That's why it's
So-
only a frontal scan. It's not
Oh,
a
yeah.
Well, it's a little bit to
360
the
scan.
side. It's a
Right.
little. They do a little bit and a little bit, and it doesn't come out good anyway. You got to be perfect. You're like, am I going slow enough for this thing? Is it? It looked horrible.
Hold on. Want to
So,
give a
Jay,
shout out to Big. I want to give a shout out to Big Dog Pound real quick. What's up with you? Got to give him a woo. What's up with you? And
Yeah.
OG just brought up something now. I'm a real good friend. What's up, OG? He said you could tell wrestling was big at the time because all those figures had muscles and the power. To fight. That's exactly
Well,
why they
Yeah.
did that. Yeah,
The 90s were all about big adrenaline movies, big
extreme.
It was
Yep.
yeah. Everything was to the extreme in the 90s, and
Well,
I
that's
loved
when the
it.
NWO came out like late 90s.
Yep.
So
Yep.
let me ask you this, Jay, real quick.
Sweet.
Yeah.
When you're talking about, you're bringing back up the head sculpts. So, and you talked about this, I don't know, a week or two ago, and I found it interesting because with all this technology in the movies, CGI, and all this computer technology, they can really 3D printing, so on and so forth. But you also saw Hot Toys video from years ago, how it's very intricate and how they paint every single head sculpt, and each one has human error. It's all, uniquely hand painted like a painting. Same thing with in art. Would it disappoint you? Would you rather have a computer perfect head sculpt, or would you rather have that vinyl pressed LP like music? Like, hey, Eamon painted this head sculpt and it looks as good as the Fennec. Would you? I personally hope they never go computer, and it's just always a human artist. For my preference. Oh, there he
It's
is.
supposed to be George Lucas.
Oh, that.
No, that's Uncle
Yeah,
Tom.
Is that you?
That's Uncle Tom.
It's terrible.
You know
That
what?
is
It
true.
kind of
That's
looks like
supposed
Dave
to be-
Filoni.
It does look like Dave.
Kinda.
Filoni.
The
But
Dave
this
Filoni
is
looks
supposed
like
to be
Dave
the
Filoni.
George Lucas and Stormtrooper.
It kind
disguise.
of looked like Grady.
Wow.
It kind of looked like Grady from Sanford and Son. But anyway,
Is that a sixth or a 3/4?
This is the Black Series version.
Oh, the sixth.
Oh, that's a black 6. That's a 6-inch.
Yep.
Oh no, that's horrible. That's horrible.
Wow.
Do like my
Smash that
man
like
Twilly
button.
says, and smash that like button. We got 76 of you guys in here, guys. Thank you so much. Remember to hit that like button. You know, it helps brother out. And make sure you subscribe to Aries 6 Scale Cantina, aka Second Brother, Dr. aka Dr. Rooster, Loco Lu, Trap. I'm not saying that. And Pop Culture Living Room. Costas.
You still got that up?
Seriously?
Definitely. Well, guys, I do want to bring this up. We did have one release that dropped one announcement that dropped this week. I don't know where the releases are going, but this came out this week. And I ain't gonna lie, I like it a lot. I do. I really like it a lot. But I think we can all say that everybody in the community, this was kind of like one that was like, oh, yeah, of course. Oh, this is cool, but I really wanted Balin and Shen. You know, that's kind of what I was getting out of the whole community. Everybody was kind of like, oh, you know, they did the Homer. You know what I'm saying? It was like, they're like, okay, this is cool, but I'd rather get Balin and Shen, or what's up? But I think it's cool. I mean, me personally, like I said on my stream earlier this week, I'm going to get it. But right now, this is going to be one that I'm going to play the wait game with. Whereas the ones that came before this, day one pre-order, boom, 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 boom. They had no misses. I'm not going to call this a miss. I'm not saying it's a miss at all. But it's just, I'm kind of at a place where I'm like, okay, it depends on how far they go with the line. If they come out with, well, we know we're getting Ahsoka. But if they come out with Enoch, if they come out with Balin and Shen, and I would love, no, it's wishful thinking, and they came out with a Morgan and all that. Like, if they really went deep with this line, then I would go back and get this one. But for right now, this is, I'm gonna kind of play the wait and see game. So I just wanted to get you guys' opinions on that. Second Brother, I know you feel some type of way about this, but how do you feel? What do you think about this figure? And do you think this has future Grail potential written all over it?
I'm telling you guys, they did this in a short run. Don't mess around on it. They did a short run on this because I know they probably were looking at the, you know, if I was, you know, running Hot Toys, and I'm pretty sure they're already doing this. I'll watch the analytics of everything and all these streams, what people are saying about this figure. And then they make their judgment call on how many, then they get the pre-order numbers from Sideshow. And then they make their determination like, all right, we had we anticipate if we got 1,500 pre-orders, we'll put out 3,000. And then next thing you know, okay, let's look at that for instance. Let's look at the KX Enforcer droid, for instance.
Right.
The KX Enforcer droid was only shown maybe 15 seconds. 15 seconds in the Book of Boba Fett.
Right.
Or was it Mando?
Right. Yeah, Book of Boba Fett. Yeah.
Right. That thing pre-order, when the pre-order came out, that thing went to wait list quick. I think it was actually one of the first figures in that Book of Boba Fett line, or the Mando line, that went to wait list.
Yeah.
I mean, before anything else. So I think that's going to be the situation with this. And it's kind of one of those figures that if they bring out Shin and they bring out Balin, and then if they bring out Morgan, you'd be insane not to get it.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to get it because actually for everything that Star Wars put out, this is a very unique piece. You could put this piece with Inquisitors. You could put this piece along with Vader. You could put this piece along with any Star Wars villain, and it would fit.
Kylo Ren. You can. I mean, he looks like a Knight of Ren. To be honest with you,
right?
No.
Exactly. So, I mean, for me, it was not a day one pre-order for me. I'm pretty much probably going to do it either today, or this evening, or tomorrow. But anything with this Ahsoka line, I strongly, but this is for me, not for anyone else, that, hey, you better jump on it while you can, because our history is already showing that Hot Toys are doing small batches with these figures, and places like Sideshow, they don't want to sit on no dead stock. Anytime they're giving out 35% off on a $500 or $600 figure or a $600 vehicle, they're not trying to sit on dead stock no more. So that's why I pretty much just keep that in mind. These figures are going to be producing lower runs. So
Definitely. Hey,
Mhm.
you hit it there on the head, bro. I can't agree. I can't agree more with you on that one. Before we continue, want to give a shout out to this guy right here, my brother. It's the Scale Mafia. He said, "What up, bro? Smash that like, guys." He said, "I think this figure is dope. Personally unexpected, but very cool. Will look great with the Obi-Wan Inquisitors." I agree. That's another thing he does. He will look good with those Inquisitors. Definitely. Yes, I mean, he's an Inquisitor, so definitely that does. I mean, it's a lot of him getting a lot of good, a lot of good vibes from this figure. A lot of people are excited about it. Some people are kind of meh. It's kind of mixed in the community right now, but hey, I mean, if it's not for you, it's not for you. But I think Second Brother brings up a real good point about this whole line, and history is going to show us that these numbers, these are small runs. So if they're going to give us more figures and smaller runs, hey, I'm all for it. But Aries, your thoughts on this piece?
I have a lot of thoughts on it, actually, and I agree. First, let me say I 1000% agree. You're with Eamon here. He's right on. This is. I don't even think it's going to get in the top 5. This figure, and I think that this figure is going to be so darn low. They might as well just call it 2,500 pieces or whatever it's going to be, because it's just. But they're not. And I've talked about that before. That, in my opinion, I think just because they label some of these limited doesn't mean that all the other ones are 10, 15,000, 20,000 runs. It's just they're not doing that right now.
Yeah.
And I agree. And I think that this is Star Wars. And I think at the end of the day, whether it's 2025 or 2026 or 2027, whatever the hell the year is, there are going to be coming out with these 3 movies. The one from Filoni with the Mando verse that's probably going to have where this can relate to. Number one, you're also going to have the one the sequel one with Daisy Ridley, who they've already signed and officially announced. You're also going to have the one from the Knights of the Old Republic, or the older one, whatever. So stuff is going to be coming. Star Wars is hot enough as it is. You got amusement parks and everything erected up to it. But honestly, there hasn't been a movie since The Rise of Skywalker, and all you got is TV shows.
Right.
And it's as popular as it is. And I and when you want to compare it to Marvel, Marvel's had quite a lot theatrically, and some successful ones. When you look at the Multiverse of Madness, when you look at No Way Home, when you go ahead and look at Guardians of the Galaxy 3, they have been really, really good. Star Wars hasn't had a damn freaking thing, and they're as hot as they are. So I agree with Eamon. I wouldn't sleep on this, because I think that some of these figures, especially in the years to come, but so I think it's precious in that regard. Again, like I talked about on Raw this week, dude, I want a Return of the Jedi 40th. I think one of the magic things about Filoni and Favreau and what they did in the Mandalorian is they gave us Boba Fett. They gave us some stuff that we didn't get in the sequels, which makes me buy in to a lot of these newer characters. And obviously with these characters, it's not buying in. I mean, we all know who the rebels are, but it's still not the prequels, and it's still not the OT.
Yeah.
And I need that foundational for me to get excited about all this stuff. So when I look at that, I'm like, okay, it's okay. I'm at the point where I want Han.
Yeah.
I want Leia.
Yeah.
I want Luke. I want a new Lando. I want something that's gonna, blow me out of the water. And quite frankly, when they come out with these pieces, this ain't gonna be number 1 for 8 weeks like the Bespin. You can't argue with me that it's more important and relevant right now than Bespin Luke, because Bespin Luke comes out, that's a movie from 1980, and it's freaking number 1 for 8-9 weeks on Sideshow.
Yeah.
Outdoing movies by Marvel in the theater that are pretty good. So you can't tell me that that's the case. They're not making as much money on this thing as they would putting out a battle damaged Bespin Luke version, which people are expecting, or something like that. So I mean, I don't know. I kind of like this stuff better when you sprinkle a little bit of nice chocolate sprinkles or rainbow sprinkles on my ice cream cone. You put the cherry on the top, and then all of a sudden everything tastes a little bit better. This is okay.
Got me hungry now.
Yeah, I know. It's good. Again, like we were talking about before, it doesn't come with a head sculpt, right? So sometimes I get tired of seeing troopers with $250 and $300 because now we got to buy figures that are $400 and $500 and $600 and $700 sets, like the Do Pack. I'm just being realistic.
Yeah.
So I almost want Hot Toys. Like, give me real crap. Give me real stuff that I need. Personally, I would rather have General Hux than this.
Oh wow!
I'd rather have Poe Dameron than this. Because those are head sculpt pieces that are going to go with a movie. I don't care what we think about the trilogy. You guys know I hate The Last Jedi. It's not about that. It's about I collect Hot Toys, again, for the craftsmanship and the and the artistry. So I want that. That's kind of where I'm at right now when it comes to Star Wars. So I know, and the problem with Return of the Jedi that Leia was talking about earlier this week on Raw, and I agree, is we already have all that stuff already.
Yeah.
Right.
But the only other thing that I want to talk about is, but we're getting updated Scarlet Witch. We're getting updated Anakin. We're getting an updated Wonder Woman. Can I please get an updated good Return of the Jedi Luke? Because I really don't got one yet. Can I get a good, you gotta get, you know what I mean? I want to get that new stuff now because that's my precious. Go ahead, go.
Harris, well, let me ask you a quick question. This is pretty much a question for everyone else. I know with us looking at Ahsoka and looking at the evolution of the future of Star Wars, especially when you're doing announcing Rey, giving Rey another movie, whatever. Me personally, I am stoked and excited for after how Ahsoka the season ended. And where Star Wars is going to go from that point. I'm looking forward to. I'm looking for the evolution of the rise of the First Order in that gap of time. Because to me, that's money on the table right there. Yeah. I think personally, doing that will save some of the buffoonery of the last set of movies. It will save it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I totally agree. I think that's where they're going. That they're setting the table to take that buffoonery, as you put it, and make it make some bit of sense, and hopefully come out with a Filoni movie that we're all going to come out of there and go, man, that remember we walked out of Rogue One and we all felt pretty
stoked. Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I'm hoping.
Before we continue, guys, I got a couple of things we got to address. What's up with you, Mario in the building? We got Mario. He gonna kick my ass for that. But we got El Professoro Mario in the building. What's up with you, brother? And we also got this brother right here coming to the stage. Y'all know him as the hardest working man on YouTube, the Pose King himself, the lover of Star Wars, the man, the myth, the legend. Leo, what's up with you, brother?
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
What's up with you, brother, man? How's everything going? Everything going good with you, brother?
It's life, bro. Life has a tendency to humble us in so many different ways. Even when we think we're humble, it humbles us even more. So I just keep going, bro. That's the only thing I can actually say at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just some things happen behind the scenes, but we got through it. Like we made it through. So it's just just remember to humble yourself at all times, bro.
Absolutely, brother. Well, we all here love you. Everybody out here
Appreciate
in the chat,
back,
everybody
bro.
here got your back. So if you ever need anything, we all one call away.
Appreciate
that's real. We ain't just saying that shit. We mean
appreciate that.
So
Appreciate that. Bro. I know we had to cancel last week. Yesterday's show. We'll be back next Wednesday. We'll have the celebration next Wednesday. But I needed to do it to kind of iron out some things. So yeah, bro. I'm here.
Definitely, bro. Was definitely good to have you here, brother.
Yeah,
also,
you too, bro.
Absolutely. We also got Low Key Collector in the building. Says, what up, my dudes? What's up with you, brother? Always good to have you here as well. I'm gonna jump around a little bit. Go on to you, Leo, on this figure right here.
Yeah.
just peeping the vibe in the community is kind of like split a little bit. Like a lot of people love it. I think a lot of people, it's a good figure. It's a great looking figure, but I think a lot of people are waiting, are kind of waiting for Shaylin Balin and Shen and Morgan and other figures, and Huliang and all those, So when this came out, it kind of was like, oh, and we didn't see, a lot of us didn't see this coming, but when we saw, I know me personally, I was like, oh, that makes sense.
It does. I saw it coming, bro. I saw it coming from the very beginning, and it was to be expected because remember, if you go to Sideshow's site and coming soon, it's still there. They still have coming soon, and they said coming soon, Ahsoka figures. They didn't say one. They said Ahsoka figures. So there's multiple figures that are coming from this line. So they're going to bleed this line dry. This, I thought, to be quite honest, I remember on the earlier show, I thought that this would have been the first figure that they would have dropped because it's so easy to do. Yeah, you know
me too.
Exactly. It was the easiest one for them to do. So I think when we're thinking about, other figures, again, that the key is be as patient as you possibly can be, because the thing is, if you rush certain things, then the community will respond. They'll let you know that they don't like it, especially hell. If we haven't learned from Supergirl, we're not going to learn from anything.
Ain't that the damn truth?
So definitely you have to kind of be patient with it and let them work. Now they've teased. I mean, again, I'm probably in a minority amongst a lot of people who love this piece, bro. I cannot wait till it drops, because the thing is, when you look at it, bro, the artistry is in the detail. The detail of the weathering is a character itself. And his thing is, if you want to basically demonstrate something that's old, decrepit, death, this looks just like it, bro. Like they just pulled this thing from the ground. And I like this aspect of this figure. You know what I mean? I love the simple fact that we're getting this. And it's just going to, again, they teased Ahsoka the White with this piece. So we know we're going to get Ahsoka the White. But you don't, of course, if you're going off of the scheme of things, you're not going to pose this with Ahsoka the White, because again, he didn't meet that version. He met the, other version of Ahsoka.
Right.
But again, I mean, I think, and just keeping in mind, I mean, what have the actors been fighting for these last couple of months? They've been fighting for it, and a lot of this came down to AI, the AI likeness. One of the biggest issues that they had was the simple fact that, number one, rest in peace, Ray Stevenson. He's dead. He's passed away.
Yeah.
Now that likeness is going to it's not going to go around likely like to everybody. Like, I mean, family are involved, and rightfully so. You know what I mean? So there's likeness rights. There's a lot of things that are actually going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. So at this point, I mean, again, it's always good to be hopeful, but we may not get that Balin, and you have to be prepared for it. You have to really understand that may not happen. There is an opportunity to get Shen. I'm hoping. And again, I think, my hope is to receive a, Morgan Esmith. I'm not saying that they will, because again, I mean, even as important as that character was, we know they go off of what's more popular. Popularity is, the popular choice. So we know Ahsoka was there. They're working, and I wanted them to basically delay that one until they were ready, because again, I want that Rosario Dawson head sculpt. So hopefully we get that. But again, I mean, I knew that this was going to drop. I knew at some point that this was going to drop, because it makes perfectly good sense. They are going to bleed this IP dry. They're going to do everything that they can to give us those figures. That's why that post is still up. There's still more to come. You got to think. There's Morgan. There's Balin. There's Shin. You know what I mean? There's the Death Troopers. There's the, there's still what's his name?
Ezra.
Ezra Bridger. You know what I mean? So we still got to basically deal with that. There's a possibility we might even get the Night Sisters. You know what I mean? And then his personal guard, I keep forgetting his name. Enoch as well.
Yeah.
So there's Enoch. So there's so many different things that are filtered through the pipeline of this IP. And on top of that, again, what's beautiful about this is that the actor strike is over. These actors can now promote. And even though Ahsoka was released, these actors can go back and still promote. They can still go back and say how much they've loved these shows, or thanking everybody for whatever. So again, I'm excited about this figure, bro. I already pre-ordered it. I was like, I wanted everything from this line because I thoroughly enjoyed the show. I think it's just a matter of patience. You know, those things will come. But I love this thing. I think this thing is excellent. It's beautiful. I love the detail. I love everything. The weathering on that cake. The weathering is what sold me hardcore because they could have just basically came out with this and made it black, just black. But the weathering on this sold me, and I'm all in on it. I love this, bro.
And Hot Toy, hold on real quick. And Hot Toy's always, you know, that's always been a thing where they've always been taking hits on the weathering, where some people felt that they can do more with the weathering, and they always do it lightly. It's like they want to do it, but they always scale back a little bit, and it's so kind of patterned. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't look random like how weathering is supposed to be. It looks kind of like patterned. Because it's a machine, it's coming off a machine press, but. But no, second, bro. What you wanted to say, bro?
It's funny, Leo, that you mentioned that about the weathering because if you guys take a look, I'm a history and science buff, and there was recently an archaeological dig that they had a knight's gauntlet that was from, I think, probably from the 11th century. That actually the hand the actual gauntlet that had the hand that was pretty much they either burned the person in battle or what happened, but the weathering of them with the archaeological dig looked exactly like this figure.
Yeah, and it's the most beautiful thing, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like this, you know, again, we're dealing with, you know, Inquisitors. We don't know how ancient, if this was basically the first rendition, you know what I mean? If the earlier versions, we don't know if he was one of the original Inquisitors. We have no idea. But this was, you know, one of the ones that the Night Sisters brought back. You know, so Morok was one that they brought back. We don't know his true origin, but we knew that it was an interesting character, and it was fun to speculate at that time.
Looks like a Knight of Ren, Lil.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's, you know, could be. There's so many different things to go with that, but again, we don't know. But at the same time, I just think that, you know, with this piece, the weathering, the detail on that, it sold me from day one. As soon as I saw it, I was like, yo, that thing is amazing. It is beautiful. So I love it. Again, you know, also, you know, Hu Yang. That's another one that I can't wait for. I would love to get Hu Yang. You know what I mean? There's different things to be expected from this line, but I think it's just a matter of being patient. But I'm getting everything that comes from this line because I love this show thoroughly with everything in me. And if you can call me a Star Wars show if you want to, because I'm good with that. I don't really care.
Star Wars show.
CJ, that's what I'm talking about. What Leia was talking about was how
love it,
how like intricate, and he's right, and how detailed this figure is. Every square, you know, millimeter of it. But it doesn't have a head sculpt. And sometimes I don't feel like we give enough attention to that. But listen, brother, I have absolutely breaking news in this community right now. I just smashed the like button on this video. So if I got all your attention, everybody go ahead and do that right now, because there's only like 30 likes, but there's so many in here. Let's get the likes to equal it and hit it, baby.
And that's why he's the man.
That's why he's the man. And you lurkers too. Okay.
Absolutely. Pew, pew, pew. This shout out. Thanks so much for that, Aries. I really appreciate that. Absolutely. Hit that like button. It helps us all out, man. It really does. Want to give a shout out to Anthony Scale Mafia, my brother out here. He sent this to me right here. Here's a shot of the figure from a secret base. And if you look at it real closely, you get 4 variations of the lightsaber, which is very interesting to look at that. So I guess they have one that you could just just have him posed up with if you don't want the LEDs. And then they have the 2, it looks like they have one that's LED. If you look real closely, you can see like the little wire connected to it. And then you have the one that fits on his back. And then you have another one that, I don't know, I guess maybe has a spin function or something to it. But it's cool. It's definitely cool that they give you all that. Want to throw it to Costas real quick. What are your thoughts on the figure and just, you know, all the different states of these lightsabers right here?
I love the figure. I wish I had all the money in the world, but you know, you have to make decisions. This would not be the top of my list of current ones, but I love it. I have all the Inquisitors that are available on pre-order, so I may get this. I mean, it's not going to come out till probably 2020. Well, it might be an early release. There's no head sculpt, you know, but it's end of year 24, 25. So yeah, and I'm gonna say right now, we'll mark the tape when it comes in. This will move to Jay's Tim Scent pile. He's gonna go. He's gonna Tim Scent it.
Yeah.
And I don't care if I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. No, it's gonna come out. You're gonna Tim Scent it. Like, you know, like we know you like to do.
Yeah. 100%.
And yeah. But yeah, I mean, pick this up if like it's something that you really like. Don't fall into the hype of, you know, what other people like. If there are other figures, you know, rank your figures.
Yeah.
Don't just jump in. But this is a pretty beautiful figure, and I think I'm with Lael where because I want the whole Ghost crew. I watched Rebels.
Yeah.
I want Thrawn. I wish there was a way that we could get Kanan in there somehow and a flashback, and like Freddie Prinze plays him.
That would be cool.
And I would love a Morgan and Balin and Shin. You know, I may end up, because it doesn't seem like the 40th of Return of the Jedi we're getting squat, except for the 2 that they've, you know, already announced. I was holding out for some more OT stuff, but yeah, I think the weathering is just phenomenal. And I hope it turns out that way, you know. And go ahead.
You know what else? And I was just thinking about this real quick. There is a particular artisan line or artisan figure that you can get from this show. There is. Just keep in mind, bro. They released.
I already have it.
A light side Anakin artisan, right? But they can also release a dark side Anakin artisan.
Ooh, chills.
Yes,
they could.
With the wire hoodie.
So that's what I'm saying. There's so many different things because, bro, I think
we're gonna get that. Yep.
And it's a possibility because if you think about it, bro, I think they knew. There's a couple of reasons why I think that they knew. Number one, when we got the repaint on the 501st with Anakin featured on that figure, we were all wondering, okay, are they going to give us another Anakin? They did, but they gave us an artisan version. So I think that they've already been planning ahead. They knew that he was going to be in this Ahsoka show. So again, we've already gotten that light side Anakin. There's a possibility that we can actually get a dark side Anakin. You know what I mean? I'm even hopeful that they give us a younger version of Ahsoka. They give us that particular version.
Yes.
That would be a great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'll be all in for that. Absolutely. Lou, your thoughts on this piece right here, bro?
Can we zoom in on it real quick? Let
me try to. Let me turn it down.
Can we? So that way I can tell you exactly what I think this is.
Oh shit!
This?
No,
can't. Oh no. That's Youth Juice. That's the Youth Juice page. Now ain't nobody want to see the Youth Juice page. We already know you have a cocktail that you don't want to share. I got these guys going.
Got a couple of them.
Nah. Keep it simple. Yeah. I do enjoy the artistry that goes into just armored figures. Like, I love creatures. I love armored figures. That's my jam. This guy right here, Leo said it all. You know, look at the weathering.
Yeah,
it's awesome. Look at the cape. The cape is tattered from the top to the bottom.
Yeah.
Top to bottom. Yeah. And we don't know much about this character. We know very little. And with what little we know, it's like you play Metal Gear Solid and you see Cyborg Ninja for the first time and you don't realize who he is, but like, yo, who the hell is this guy? And he's kicking my ass. I gotta beat this guy. Is he the one before the boss? He's not the boss? God damn, he cool. this guy right here, he's cool as shit. Ain't gonna lie. Is he gonna come in my collection? Maybe. And the reason why I say maybe is because I do have that first Ahsoka, and this is the one that fights that version of Ahsoka. I like having battles on my shelf. I like I have a whole Spider-Verse fighting right here on my shelf.
Yeah.
Okay. So having that's just gonna go straight into like my Mando verse. Because right now, the only things that I've been dipping my my Star Wars toes in is Attack of Clones, Clone Wars, that early gen, and then Mandoverse. So only bits and pieces of OT do I have. Bits and pieces. So with that being said, this guy, he's gonna make me chase Inquisitors. He's gonna make me chase other characters.
That happening. Yeah.
Now, here's my biggest problem. Where the hell I'm gonna put it? Where the hell I'm gonna put it?
I think a lot of us is gonna have. I think a lot of us is gonna have that problem in about a year or two. Space is finite.
I ain't got no headroom.
Hey, listen. You got a blank wall?
No.
There you go.
You got just throw some shit up on your wall. Just like put some big ass cases on your wall. That's all.
Look at this. This guy's got room. Look, this guy just got room. For room.
Look.
I'm coming out with a door case soon. So
are you serious?
Throw one up. Nice. Well, yeah, I have an idea for one. Yeah.
Because I could definitely use a door. I could use a door. I could use a door case for my proton pack, because that would be cool to have it on the door.
I'm making a whole case for that. Like I have my proton pack. I'm making a case with translucent acrylic on the top with the Ghostbuster symbol.
Ooh.
And then lights that can turn, like, if I wanted to turn green, it'll make everything look green inside or red inside,
I love
it.
So
yeah, I'm working on one of those because I want one to put it on that like back wall over there.
Shit, I want one.
Yeah, that wall right there. It's gonna have my my HasLab proton pack, and I guess I'm gonna have to figure out where to put the ghost trap. Make it to fit the ghost trap.
They all got to come.
All got to fit in there. So it's coming soon. I promise,
dude. I'm with it. You're gonna have to help me. You're gonna have to help me with that because
jelly.
I need that.
So jelly.
Before we continue, I gotta give a shout out to Jack Jones. Dude, this is awesome. He says, "Good evening, gentlemen. Jay, could you please give a shout out to my mom because she watches the live streams with me. Best of regards to you. Cheers." Dude, thank you so much. And to your mom, Mama Jack Jones, thank you so much for watching us. I love that. Got the family involved. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for just your support and just watching the show. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. That's cool. Watching. My mom does the same thing. So that's awesome. She watches all of these guys here. Absolutely. So that's cool when the whole family's involved and you can share that with your mom. Speaking of moms, shameless plug. This Sunday, we're doing it. Story time with Mama Cousins. Probably is. She did. Look, my mom did. I did a live stream with my mom last night. Not a live stream because it's recorded, but she's amazing. So when you guys see her on Sunday, when we post it up, it's going to be Sunday afternoon. We're going to post it up. It's going to be cool. She's excited. She is a big fan girl. It's going to be great. It's going to be a family affair. We're also going to have Second Brother join in on these shows. It's going to be great. So that's a new show on the channel. Storytime with Mama Cousins is going to be amazing. So just had to throw that in.
Wait to hear all the juicy history.
Lord have mercy. I don't know what you got yourself into.
Listen, I want to put a question up your mouth.
Bro, I got myself into something because when she got going, she is like she's a.
She ain't got no filter.
She has no filter. She has no filter. But here it is. She's a natural. She truly is a natural. She's like, I looked back at it. I was like, oh shit, I just need her to host because I'm she's really good. So it's gonna be we're gonna be talking about we wanted to put out the episode for Halloween, but it's still kind of in that season, still kind of in the autumn season. We're talking about movies, we're talking about the Exorcist. And she actually got to watch them make The Exorcist, the original one, that is. So we're going to be talking about that. It's going to be a cool half-hour little show. So we're going to post that on this Sunday. So make sure everybody stay tuned and check it out. Yeah, proton pack is much needed. I totally agree, man. But I mean, going back to this figure right here, like, I mean, you guys kind of really sold me on it, to be quite honest with you. I guess I've been enabled. But I mean, I already liked it though.
You still have Ahsoka, right?
Hell yeah.
Okay, so then there's no question. You need this.
Of course. Definitely. But no, it does look like a good figure. But like I said, I still can't wait to see what else that comes from this line. And I think Leo hit it on the head. We just have to be patient. That's just what it is. I mean, we can't, I mean, that Supergirl said it all. When they rush and they put shit out, they get shit like that, and then they get backlash. And they don't want that. They really don't want that anymore. It's too much competition with third party, too much competition with other companies. I mean, yes, they are still the king and will remain the king for years to come, but they have an image to uphold. You know what I'm saying? So they're definitely going to take their time with these pictures. And when you think about, like, I was thinking about like a Morgan figure, just how beautiful like the tailoring and the head sculpt would be. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? That would be a beautiful, like,
or at least put out the figure, Jay, and block it out like Mighty Thor, for instance, until you're ready to put out the darn head sculpt.
Oh, that's another thing. But you know what else is a good thing? They're giving us another USB lightsaber, correct? So if we get another USB lightsaber, that means they have more time and more figures to work on the technology, to perfect the technology. So that way, when we do receive the 2/2.5 or the 3.0 figures of certain classic figures that we want redone in artisan line or not, they have the technology to give that to us.
Absolutely.
So that would be awesome. You know, like, come on,
Lou. Are they going to do an Iron Man artisan? Because
listen,
Iron Man.
I would take a Yoda artisan right now. A Yoda artisan with rolling eye features. Shit, I want it to blink. Okay, I want my Yoda to blink.
Damn. There's people out here saying, yo.
Jay, I put in the chat to give a point of reference of the weathering. I put a link in there for actual armor that was dug up at archaeological digs, so you can use that as a point of reference of how they did the weathering in this.
Okay, let's take a look at it. Oh wow. Okay, let's share this. Hold on. There you go. Hold on.
Oh yeah,
that makes sense.
That's the gauntlet, right?
Yeah, that look. Damn. So they did do the weathering pretty. And going back, let's look at it. Yeah, they did pretty good. Yeah, they did.
I like that.
They did.
They do such good work.
Nope.
When they don't rush it.
Exactly.
And they don't put Phillips head screws in the bottom of the feet.
You know who was the master at weathering when it comes to 6 scales? And that's a 3-0. 3-0 will weather the hell out of their figures.
Really?
They would weather it to hell. Like the turtles that I have, they were weathered. Like everything on them is weathered. Like all those bandages are soaked. All the paint that's on them, it's muddy. Their shoes are muddy. The Bebop and Rocksteady, their pants are completely filthy. Like, and that's due to the paint. That's due to the paint. Their attention to detail, right? So those guys are top notch, dirty. When you get the I want to say the Walking Dead figures, right? When they're supposed to have grit on their boots got blood, spit, and shit all over that. You know what I mean? You like pay attention, because a lot of people, you know, they sleep on the figures. And they come with beautiful accessories. It's just sometimes the body may not be up to par because you're so used to Hot Toys quality, or you're into the Fison stuff and you're into that Fison quality, or you're into a quality that's not, you know, a little bit behind. Like 3.0 is not that far. It's close. It's getting there, but they stay at a budget price tag. You know, but that paint jobs is superior to none, bro. Superior to none when it comes to their attire for paint jobs.
Yeah,
dude.
I was mentioning it earlier this week that it seems like these companies, especially all of them, are kind of all doing better. Everything's getting a little better.
Yeah, you know, and that's what it is with competition. That competition breeds, you know, that's what makes it good. I'm glad when you look back at, I would say 2019, 2020, Hot Toys was in a place where I feel that they were very comfortable. And I think we were, as fans, we were starting to see it. They were getting very comfortable. Things were getting a little lax. The product was still good, but it was a lot of hits, but there were totally more hits than misses, but there were a good amount of misses, some people would say. But I think since the arrival of course, InArt, and that's like slack on third party is killing it with they stuff when stuff actually comes out. But they've made them step up their games, and then even like other stuff, even like with Mattel with their HasLabs props, statue companies, all these people vying for your money is why they were like, okay, we the king, but if we're going to remain the king, we're going to have to step this shit up. And you know, and that's what they did.
Hopefully a third party would do that Bespin Han to put pressure on Hot Toys.
Ooh,
yeah.
Let's put that out there in the ether.
Yeah,
let's put that out there in the ether.
I'm with you.
But you know what, guys? Let's talk about it. You know, and before we continue, I gotta give a shout out, dude. You had that is a hell of a week. Hot Toys 1/6 Masterpiece. Damn. You and a DeLorean and again, what is that? A Guineas and an Interbay 3-pack.
He got a Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak, y'all.
Oh,
Greek
wow. Dude, you had a week, bro. You definitely had a break. That's what's up. That is what's up. But no, I mean, let's think about. I mean, it's only a matter of time. Like we're talking about our OT stuff, right? The 5th, we all know, Star Wars. The 50th is right around the damn corner. So it's only a matter of time. And this is what I'm going to think. I really think this is what's going to happen. We're going to get those 50th figures. They know the figures that we got all those years ago. Those original Star Wars. Our Grails. The Farm Boy Luke. The Leia with the Cinnabons. the Tarkin 2-pack. All that stuff. Amazing Grails. And I don't think they're going to do all that stuff. So I think some of those Grails are safe. But I think we will get a Yavin Luke, a ceremonial Leia. I think we'll get a lot of that stuff. I think they'll even remake some of those figures in artisan. They're going to give a lot of those figures the artisan treatment. So that's around the corner.
There are artisan characters, artisan level characters, Jay. You're right.
Yeah. So I think we're definitely going to get those. And I mean, I don't know where the secondary market will be with our Grails, and will people be selling things off to get the new hype. I'm sure that's going to happen, but I think it's time. I do think it's time, because we've looked at this whole renaissance where their figures now, like just looking at this Ahsoka line, the damn figures are so immaculate in that one line right there. It almost beckons them to go back to the well on these legacy characters and give them that artisan treatment, to give them these newly paint, because the way they did paint back then compared to how they do now was totally different. So yeah, I think it's only a matter of time before we get those OT characters that we want. But they got to be careful how they do it as well. They're not going to just put a whole bunch of them out all at once, because then that secondary market you start seeing people sell off with a Grail. They have already done a bunch of Grail killers. I think we can all agree to that. So they just have to be strategic and smart how they do it. But we will get it and get newer stuff as well. And then with what we have going with the Disney Star Wars stuff right now, I think we're at a point right now where I think it's safe to say that they need to really hone. I'm not going to say they need to do a course correction, but it needs to really be like they need to figure out what direction are they going with next. now that Ahsoka's gone, where do we go? They need to work on that Filoni feature and really make it a tangible thing and really get the boots moving on it. Because I mean, everything, especially with the with the shutdowns and everything, they haven't had time to really go back in and really work on stuff. But it's time for another Star Wars movie. And to get this and to put this franchise back in gear. Some people would say that the shows that we've gotten are amazing. I think a lot of them are amazing. It's funny, when we were reporting on Obi-Wan Kenobi about a little over a year ago, I'll be frank, I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy the series as much because it was so much backbiting with so many people. Oh, I hate little Leia. Oh, I hate Reva. Oh, this. It was just so much of that shit going on. It was hard for me to really enjoy it. And then a year later, after I sat back and I said, I'm going to do a rewatch. And I was like, yeah, there were some things that were kind of like questionable in it. But I mean, you can go back to the early Star Wars, and there was some things that was questionable in that too. In the first fucking Star Wars movie, I mean, how the hell does R2-D2 roll on sand? Come on, you can't get it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't. If you really want to be that, you want to be like that.
Art is subjective. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
All of that going on, then too, with all that going on, you're beginning to see the effects of it too. Things are being canceled. Things are being canceled. Things are being, been put to the back burner. So, like, always, like for myself, I take a good 2 to 3 times for me to fully digest something I'm watching.
Yeah.
Maybe probably because of the ADHD in me, maybe, but always get a different feel of every time I watch something. To get a full understanding, so I could get all facets of what's going on and try to get where they were going with the writing. Some writing is very questionable, which I always say you can't put someone ahead of a project if they don't have a vested interest in it.
I agree.
They're not going to put their best foot forward. They can look at it as a paycheck, and that's it. So you're seeing these cutbacks, and I believe there's some huge mistakes that were made.
Yes,
but I think they're learning. I think they pretty much are learning from that. But people need to let stuff evolve and let it evolve, because you could turn around and look at, like, we could look at movies from the 80s or some shit that was really like, what the hell is this? But it turns into cult classics.
Absolutely.
Why is that? Yep. Because it matures over time and people have taken a different look at it, especially when you get into different generations. Like Aries, myself, and Leo could probably have a better understanding, and that don't take anybody take offense to what I'm saying.
If you say it, I'm gonna knock the shit out you. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
So for our generation, we have a better understanding and appreciation based on our like I said, our being brought up and our well-being and the things that we were exposed to during that time period. So we could look at things in a deeper lens on certain things because all we had was our imagination. We didn't have the technology. You didn't have all that stuff to say to put everything up front in your face.
I get what you're saying. No,
so
I get what you're saying.
We could turn around and could look at things on a much, much deeper level because that's all we had. We had the comic books to read, and we just close our eyes, just like, damn, this could have been done this way, or we could wish this could have been done this way. This is what you're looking at with Favreau, Filoni, and the people that are actually readers, and the ones that have followed it and chased it along with us growing up. And you see the byproduct right after is a vested interest in it, and that taken away from the next generation, and the next generation can have a whole different spin on it.
Yeah. Well, the thing is with that, like we look at the prequels, like I remember when the prequels came out, I liked episode 1 for Darth Maul, honestly. I think this thing with little Annie, and they're like, "Oh, Annie." I'm like, "This dude's gonna grow me a killing." They call him Annie. I get it, but you know what I'm saying? It didn't hit me like that. And then I liked Revenge of the Sith and all that, and seeing Anakin become Darth Vader. I thought that was cool. But then I was kind of out of Star Wars. I was like, I'm done. Whatever. The prequels, OT is my Star Wars, and that's it. But my best friend, Glenn Boone and Little Macho, second brother's son, actually made me respect the prequels because I got to look at them from a different perspective. And over time, I was like, dude, these movies, they weren't, I think they weren't what our generation was expecting from the OT. But you got a lot of stuff when you're talking about treaties and you're talking about senators and all that other type of stuff. And this is stuff about, you know, pretty much the engagements of war, the mechanics of war, of this war starting. I think that threw a lot of people off. But when you go back and look at it, you're like, dude, this is okay. The CGI is kind of weird. He didn't want to use practical effects. That's kind of stupid to me. But I get it. He wanted to embrace that new technology. Hey, he's a futurist. George was a futurist at that time.
But then too, you know, I hated the prequels. I hated Anakin. I call him Wanakin because he whined too much. But then, you know, we come from a generation of Cobra Kai, strike first, strike hard. You know, we come from that generation. Suck it up. Stop whining. You know, when you was raised, when you fall, your father turn and look at you. You bet not cry. Get up and suck it up. So then you come from a generation from that compared to when those prequels came out. And I look at now, I have a much deeper appreciation of it because it's a reflection of the times. You would expect a person to be a whiny individual. They're trying not to be the most dangerous person in the universe because all of us pretty much look at him as that whiny person that turns out to be the most dangerous person.
Yeah.
As you look through history, Hitler was an artist that everyone like whatever. But then when he came into his own, look what happened.
That's right.
So this is what you're turning. You're looking at a mere reflection with that, and then that gave me a better appreciation of it. Even like meeting, you know, you little bro, you were saying to me, yeah, you was talking around that like Anakin, but you was calling him Wanakin. I said, yeah, I met Hayden Christian. I call him Wanakin in his face. I'm like, yeah.
You called that man Wanakin in his face.
I would call Wanakin in his face.
Like, of course you did.
Like, okay, because to develop that vitriol, it rolls into the character that make Vader hated and feared at the same time.
You know, you bring up a good point because I've been around a long time, as some of you on this panel have been as well. And we get hypercritical. First of all, these things out on Disney Plus, it's since Rise of Skywalker, it's all TV shows.
No.
And some of the greatest TV shows are so simplistic, and some of the like, you know, go back to Battlestar Galactica Space 1999, Buck Rogers, things we enjoyed. This isn't rocket science, guys. I mean, goodness gracious. I mean, some of the writing was good. We enjoyed it, but it wasn't very highly technical. Let's just get real.
Yeah.
And before all this stuff, I get sick and tired. It makes me want to vomit. Disney ruined Star Wars. Disney this, Disney that, Disney this, Disney that. Well, you know what? What you're talking about, second brother? Lucas ruined Star Wars. Lucas this, Lucas that. What a piece of garbage with the prequels. What a crap show the Phantom Menace was. What's just Jar Jar Binks? I can't believe they're calling this Star Wars. What a disgrace. I am outraged. It's the same story all the time. And I really hope that we can just, as Star Wars fans, take a step back. I enjoyed the Obi-Wan series.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it because I knew it was going to be a freaking television show. This is from my perspective. So my expectations were, I'm going to go be watching episodes of Battlestar Galactica. This wasn't a cinematic event where I may have had a different expectation. It was a TV show. And they're going to give me all that on that. But I feel like it's always the same story. I wish we could just take a step back and be like, hey, thank you, Lord, that there's Star Wars out there.
Yeah. I think it's crazy because, you know, you live and learn. You learn over history. Like people watching these shows now, if you're watching Disney Plus, you know, Star Wars shows, there's a high appreciation for it because, again, you know, you're talking about dialogue. You know, you're talking about, you know, cinematography. You're talking about special effects versus practical stuff like that. you know, and there's always this argument on what Disney has done. So there's a couple of things when I think about it. It's like, okay, Disney bought the IP, you know, from Lucas, you know, an IP that was stalemate for a while that he basically didn't, you know, even when he talked about it, there was no intentions on releasing anything after what we received from the prequels itself. So he there was no direction from him because again, now he did come up with a treatment they sort of dismissed, but again, he sold the IP. It is what it is. I think a lot of people have to understand is what we're getting from Disney is a vision, but at the same time, we are getting, you know, invigoration of an IP that we love. But if you're talking about dialogue, people don't understand. It's like, yo, you're talking about these crappy, you're saying this crappy series, you know, that, you know, we're getting things that, you know, we don't like. Disney needs to do this and make Star. Oh, y'all just making it, you know. You didn't grow up in an area where we watched Buck Rogers, and some of that actual jargon was terrible. You didn't like, literally it wasn't. Right. It was terrible.
Right. Anybody get flashbacks and build
you didn't grow up basically when, you know, we were watching, you know, the original, or when we're talking about, you know, basically Batman, you know, which was basically a parody of what we knew. You didn't basically grow up watching, you know, certain show. Even like, look, Battlestar Galactica in this day, the original, was incredible. It was an incredible IP until they came to Earth, and that's when they destroyed it. So my thing is, learn to appreciate it, because as quick as we got it, and the more complaining that we get, and I keep saying this, and I will live on this hill, the complaints are causing directors to turn away. The complaints are causing writers to say that they don't want to touch the IP. Complaints. A lot of these complaints are what's causing delays. Now, look, I understand from a fan perspective, you want good material, but in order to get great material, you have to also accept the simple fact that it is a progression. It's an uphill.
Yep.
They're going in a direction, whereas we are not. You have to divorce yourself from the mentality that, oh, it's not like the Star Wars that we used to. It's not like old Star. Of course it's not.
Times are different.
Times are different.
Different. Those actresses and actors are old.
Changed. We're not going to get what we got back then. And then back then, the reason why you didn't hear anything is because we didn't have the internet. Literally, we didn't have it. There was a lot of disgruntled feelings behind it. Hell, that was released on a documentary. So that's what I'm saying. Like, in order for you to get it, you have to kind of just move with the times. Look, there was a lot of people that didn't like New Hope. We got Empire, they gravitated to it. There's a lot of people that don't like Return of the Jedi. You know what I mean? Yeah. So again, everything is progressive. You just have to move with the times and give it time for it to progress. I think that they're learning. Everything was a test market. What we're going to get going forward. And mind you, keep in mind, I keep going back to the strike. The writer's strike is over now.
It's over.
And I'm pretty sure that they can now focus on giving us good material. You don't think that they didn't hear or see what people were saying about it? You know, saying about some of these IPs.
Watch for the Mando 4. And that season's going to be incredible.
Bro, a lot of people basically saw it. So that's what I'm saying. Look, I already know right now, being a Star Wars fan, that what I'm saying is falling on deaf ears. Everybody is still going to be disgruntled Star Wars fans. What I learned to do is to enjoy it for myself. And as long as I feel good about it, it's not that I don't care what people say. I just turn the volume down on negative. I really, really do. I turn it down because I know, and I can expect to see something that's going to be, a movie can be incredible and people will find something in that film to ruin it. Something. Oh, it was good, but it could have been better. Oh, it was better, but it could have been great. Oh, it was great, but it could have been excellent. It's excellent, but it could have been outstanding. Outstanding. It could have been worldly, godly. Like, there's always going to be something, and you just have to basically accept it. I accept it, and I still enjoy the IP. I loved Obi-Wan. Actually, look, I went back and watched even certain parts of Book of Boba Fett, and I loved that. I love certain things from it. I went exactly. There's certain things that I go back and I find a certain level of enjoyment for because I love the IP. I literally love Star Wars. So I connect to it on a different level because I grew up with this stuff.
Mhm.
I'm not going to nitpick because I do want to see it progress. Because if we stay stuck on the old, there's no way for it to move forward. And what's going to happen is they might even stop making shit. So just again, just give it time, bro. That's where I'm at. Give it time to grow. This growth is a big thing. Just gotta give it time, bro.
And that's
Well said,
where,
bro.
and well, very well said. And that's where, that's where I was coming from when I went back to go watch, Obi-Wan by myself. That's why I kind of don't like reporting. Like at one point I wanted this channel to talk about certain shows. Oh, I'll do a show talking about Loki. I'll do a show talking about this
Speaking of
show.
which,
And speaking of which, which is why we about to wrap up. But but the thing is, I didn't want to do it because when I did that with Obi-Wan and Book of Boba Fett, I found myself so beat up about everybody talking about it so it's kind of sucked the air. I was like, and not that nobody killed it for me or I just didn't like it. It was just like I was tired of hearing about it. Because I'm like, oh my God, I couldn't enjoy it. But when I went back to myself, like you said, and enjoyed it for myself, and I was like, dude, we got a lot of great moments. It's ridiculous.
I felt that way about the Mando 3.
Yeah.
And they're not going to do it the same way now because they realized, hey, you guys want like what we gave you in season 2. So that's what's coming again, whether it's good or bad, but that's what they're going to do.
And you know what? I'm gonna tell you, it's one thing I do want to talk about real quick, and this is about Obi-Wan, right? Because now there was a writer who destroyed everyone's perception of a certain scene and how wrong people were about a certain scene. And what the writer said was, no, Vader did not stab that girl twice. What it was the flashback. When she was looking at the flashback, it was a fear of what could have happened. When we look at Vader, that fear was relived, and that fear was premonition. It came to pass. He stabbed her. So she was seeing what could have happened back then and didn't realize, because again, she was carrying that fear into the present time at the moment. She wasn't stabbed twice. She was only stabbed once.
Now see, this is where I get a little pissed off because doing filmography, I feel, and this is just me. I could be wrong. You be like, Jay, whatever, your little crappy movie is a video. But I feel that they could have illustrated that better through cinematic. That's my problem with that. I'm like, the problem with that is hold on. I'm just saying everything they put on screen. Like I remember, this is where Walking Dead did it well. Walking Dead, early seasons of Walking Dead. I remember when they were flirting with the idea of killing off the character Glenn. We all know how he really died for everybody that's a Walking Dead fan. But there was a season where he fell into a pit of walkers, and you would have thought, damn, Glenn is dead. He's gone. And the scene moves on, and you're like, oh my God, we lost Glenn. And everybody's doing it. And I said, bullshit. Because you are only, if we don't get a body, that character still lives. That's just how it is. Right. So what I'm saying, they have everything set up for you. They telling this, everything that's on that screen is for you to interpret, and it's on that screen for a reason. So the fact that we see the little girl look at Anakin and she goes like that, we think that is getting, I'm sorry, Vader. Yeah, Vader. He was Vader. Thank you. Yeah. We think that she gets stabbed, but really that's not what they're saying. That's not really happening.
But you know what happens though, Jay? The problem with that is the writer's perspective in the direction might have been there.
Yeah.
You know where the problem came, bro? The cutting room floor, the editing.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
You're right.
The problem is that they rush to fulfill time management for each episode. So if you're rushing to fulfill time management for each episode, then they're going to cut it a certain way. So there might have been sequences in those shows that were cut.
Yes,
that were supposed to be there.
But even
there
still,
shouldn't be time management. It's Disney Plus.
Yeah,
there should be no time limit.
Exactly, bro.
Why do you have one episode that's 40 minutes and one episode that's 25 minutes? Also, going on what Jay was saying, I do not like how a lot of the stuff seems to happen off screen. They just like, you know, we should have probably have had, like, in the beginning of the Ahsoka series, to make it more impactful, we should have had some like scenes from flashbacks of Ahsoka and Sabine. I think it would have been more impactful if we knew what the hell the problem was that they were having. You know, why were they? But everything's off screen. Same thing with Marvel. It's a big problem where they're just like, oh, so and so died, and you're like, what? No, that why?
It's cheaper to do exposition.
Yeah, I know.
Cheaper to do that.
And I'm glad they're scaling back on Marvel and Star Wars projects to do it right. And they should just go back to 3 movies a year and maybe like 2 specials. You know, 2 or 3 specials that
trying to make that money
are self-contained. You know, so people can jump in any point they want in the MCU. Before, you kind of could have, like, the first 3 phases pretty easy to get through. Now it's just like, shit, where do I go? What do I need to watch? What do I need to do? Star Wars is starting to be like that,
but it still plays as a comic book, because if you read any comic book you pick off the shelf, you can read any Spider-Man, Ghost Rider, Venom, and they'll tell you this reference is to this specific issue.
Yeah,
and
that's
you can
fine,
go back
but
and watch it if you choose to.
Where they make the money is not the comic book readers and us nerds. They need the other people to come in, and if somebody thinks that they have to like watch 8,000 shows and movies before they can watch this next show or movie, then they're gonna be like that. I think that's why Loki's ratings are low. Because everybody, you don't need it.
It goes into a thing where people don't have
self-contained
imagination anymore. I'm sorry, I had to cut you off. People don't have the imagination anymore. People don't let things take time to evolve. You could turn around like what Leo just put out a good point where you could turn around and look at it. It's like, whoa, this could be a reflection of this. Everyone into this day and age is looking for everything to be up front in their face where they can see it. Their hands got to be held.
Exactly, bro.
Instead of letting your imagination put the picture together for you. This is what the problem is with all of this.
It's huge because, bro, check it out. My point is, okay, we got Ahsoka, right? But everybody, it's like, yo, they expected Dave Filoni to hold their hand and take them over and have them sit down and watch a show that has been out for years. Bro, Clone Wars has been out for years. The animated series was out for years. Season 7 was out for like, what, 3-4 years? It's been out for a long time. 4 years. Bro, if you have Disney Plus, obviously you do if you watched Ahsoka, right? So whose fault is it that you didn't go back and watch some of the stuff that was there, knowing this is okay? If you want to know Ahsoka's history, you're going to go back and watch Clone Wars. You're going to go back and watch Rebels. You're going to watch all the attachments. That's what it is. That's what it's all about, bro. And you hit it right on the nose. Yo, people, imagination's not there, and also doing the fucking research. People don't like to do research. They want you to tell them everything right then and there, bro. Now, granted, I understand that, yes, there should be longer episodes because I don't know what the fuck they're doing with this format. This format doesn't fucking make sense.
It doesn't work.
It does not work, and they need to change that shit. They need to fucking change it, because I'm gonna tell you like this, right? This is how crazy it is. I have watched every single episode of Loki. It is so beautifully paced. The storytelling is on point, and you follow it to the point where I didn't even realize how short some of the episodes were, because the story is so good. It is so good.
It is.
And this is just basically coming from me, bro. And this is what's and it said this. I wasn't expecting Loki to be as good as it is right now. I was not. In my opinion, this show is the best Disney Plus Marvel show that they have ever done. from my opinion.
It's phenomenal, yeah.
Because again, Tom Hiddleston is putting on a fucking clinic when it comes to emotions. That man almost had me in tears this last episode when she asked, "What do you really want?"
I want my friends.
I
Yeah.
want my
I
friends.
don't want to be
Bro,
alone.
that literally, Toya looked at me and grabbed my hand tight because it damn near broke me, bro.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, when I think about friends that I've lost, that shit's painful, bro. It is.
Yep.
And I'm telling you, that shit happens. It happens. It happens. That shit happened yesterday. You feel me? So when I'm seeing that shit, I'm connected to it, bro. It hit me. That's good storytelling. Right. And that's what we need to realize. They're telling us a story. We just need to connect to it. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like it on a level, bro. Like you embrace material that they give us. Go along that journey. It's okay to critique it, bro. But also, if you see it's great, give it its credit. That's all I'm saying.
That's it. That's it right there in a nutshell, man. It's just like when you turn around all of these shows and things that we turn around that we grow to enjoy, all of us have a personal or emotional connection to it in one way or the other. And like I pretty much have like through my years doing labor relations and other things, they come to find out that the average attention span for an American is 5 minutes.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's what everything in news, everything is 5 minutes. And then if you're trying to tell a story, that does not work. That does not work. And everyone that talked to me about these shows, they look, I give them the reference. I remember when when Civil War came out. And I was kind of upset about it. I was upset about it. I came out the movie theater and I was mad. I said, I love the movie, but comic book wise, this is some bullshit. And then I sat and stood there in the theater and explained Civil War from the comic perspective, from the beginning on to the end. And people standing there I was talking for like damn near 2 hours. And they was like, wow. I said, no, if they turn around to do a film like that, you might as well say that been the MCU to tell that particular story. Because it's that long.
Yeah, bro, exactly. I mean, how good
put in the time to do it.
Bro, how good was that Werewolf by Night, bro?
That Werewolf by Night was
amazing, man.
That shit was fucking phenomenal,
it
bro.
Was perfection.
Yeah.
And it's standalone.
So if you can put the effort into that, bro, it is so fucking phenomenal,
and
bro.
they have it in color now.
Amazing.
It is amazing, bro.
Now watch it in black and white, dude.
Yeah,
you gotta watch it in black.
I think I want to watch
it in black and white first. Watch the black and white version first before you watch the color.
Yeah,
because when you watch that black and white version, bro,
it
is
back in time.
Cinematic excellence, bro.
Wow.
It makes you feel like you are back in that era when black and whites, like watching, bro.
It's
really,
like bro.
It's like watching Werewolf, the original Werewolf, and that's how it feels, bro. And it is so phenomenal. So when people say Disney is destroying, no, they make some hits. It's just that you're not looking close enough. You're not looking close enough, bro. So again, writer strike is over, actor strike is over. Give it some time. Let them basically go soak it all in and get shit right. Because I'm telling you, we have 3 Star Wars films in the making. We have Acolytes coming up pretty soon. We have the Skeleton Crew coming up soon. Yep. So we have certain IPs. If Star Wars is what you love, then just sit back, enjoy the ride, and wait. We have Mando season 4 that's going to be coming soon. You know what I mean? So again, they might make it. Say, bro. The thing is, it's there. Content is there, but the thing is, when the negative gets louder and louder, content gets lower and lower. And we just
that's right.
So just give it a chance, bro. Like literally.
Don't ruin my chances for a Dark Jedi Ares Tarrington show on Disney Plus. I'll use the Force, baby.
Yeah,
but here's where it comes back to where we're talking about figures, right?
Yeah.
When we're kids, I know, for the ones who are older than me, it was G.I. Joes and Hot Wheels, Matchboxes,
Transformers, G.I. Joes, He-Man, like everything,
all
bro.
That, you needed imagination, not just the little comic books that come with it or the TV series. You use your imaginations to tell yourself a story that you wanted to direct in your imagination and play out, live out with your figures. And us adults, we kind of do that, kind of not do that when we display them.
Yeah.
And it goes back to being patient, absorbing everything that you know, and then using what you have up here to display and appreciate. Because I could look at Costas, appreciate it. I could look at Second Brothers, appreciate it. Lael's, you know, the Dark Jedi himself, Brother Cousin. I could look at all the collections and my collection. I'm like, we have a lot of the same things, but we have a lot of different things too. And our setups are always different. Like mine's is a cluster mess because I'm trying to get rid of boxes. Everybody else is where I want to be. I'm inspired by their collection to get to that point. And it's all about inspiration at this point for me. You know, I chill with the OGs. I talk to the OGs. I talk to people in the chat. You know, everything is a vibe of positivity, and you just got to be positive and also use your imagination. You know, people lack it.
Right. But you know, you pass on to the next generation because I just can't wait until it gets to the point where Jay with his daughter starts sharing things and his lungs hurt like mine's hurt for blowing up that damn battle cat that his ass used to ride when he was 2 or 3 years old.
So,
and your wallet's gonna hurt more too.
Never lie.
Like electrical tape had to use to put it together every time it deflated. So you know.
I can't wait for Mama Cousins. I can't wait for Sunday, bro. I can't wait for Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
imagine 2 hours.
It's the truth. It is all true.
You know, for me, I'm at a certain age now where I just want to, you know, I don't know if any of you have ever experienced this, but every time a new Star Wars movie gets announced, I say a little prayer to God, please let me live until I see this movie.
Bro, I do that every day. That's why I'm at the gym. I work out every single day. I'm at the gym. And the thing is, people don't understand when there's an announcement, if it's a film that I want to see, I always pray that I'm still here to see it. It's weird, but it's just the concept for a lot of us because we literally love this stuff, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, even with the new Ray film that's going, I know a lot of people don't like, but I'm going to go see it because I'm just eager to see another Star Wars film on camera, and I think they're going to get it right. But I think they will too. I just hope the biggest thing. Here's the thing: the element of any Star Wars film that we've seen so far in the cinema, aside from Rogue One, aside from Solo, is John Williams' score. Because he makes it, he takes you into that. John Williams is, in my opinion, is one of the best composers that ever lived.
Yes,
amazing work.
Oh yeah,
because I feel his emotions through films, bro. I feel it, and that's why I'm like, yo, I hope I know that they said the last one was his last one, but I'm just like, I hope he just does it one more time. But again, if he doesn't, we have Giacchino. He still does great work as well. But yeah, man, I that's what
I gotta admit, I actually love. I gotta admit, I actually love a lot of the scores that we're getting on some of the Disney Plus shows. Like, I love that Ahsoka score.
It was incredible.
It was really good.
Beautiful. I thought it was really good.
Giacchino, bro, he's dope.
That's who does it. Okay,
yeah,
amazing.
You know what I liked? I liked the freaking. It gives me a holiday vibe, but I really love the Boba Fett score.
Yes,
like Boba Fett. I don't know. It kind of reminds me of like Christmas music for whatever.
I can understand that. I get that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to add that to my Christmas mix coming.
I just see a bunch of Mandalorians with drinks. I'm like,
imagine beers. Yes,
I would like another Boba Fett season. To be, I don't know if they'll do it. They said that I heard that they announced he's back, but I'm assuming that just means for the Mandoverse. But I would still like to see another one personally.
Yeah,
because I like Boba Fett, so I could give me like, does he have another book? What does he do now?
Yeah,
I don't know.
His book should be Finding Mace Windu. That's what his book should be.
Yeah. Because that's a lot of tension. And I've said it before. Can you even imagine? You know, I don't know. I mean, I just think there's so much writing creativity you could do with that. Maybe the fact that, you know, if he was, you know, going after Mace, but Mando had a different, wanted to protect him, and then you can get these two buddies to go. You know what I'm talking about, Leo? It's good writing.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's good for good writing, bro. Ash Chase brings up a good point too. Echo looks incredible, bro. That's
Dude.
that's
what I'm gonna say. Before we go, real quick, let's talk about this Marvels. What is it called? Marvel
Spotlight.
Spotlight. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, the Marvel Spotlight. So it's almost basically their answer to DC's Elseworld in a sense. You know what I mean? So it's sort of like that, where different IPs such as Echo, such as Daredevil, and you know, again, Blade might even fall under that line because it's rated R. You know what I mean? So basically anything that has and Punisher as well, anything that has to do with mature audiences and stuff like that, that's what they're leaning towards. So
and pretty much they're like one-offs. They're like the one-off.
Yeah. Like well, it's more street level. They're focusing on street level heroes. So if you're basically talking about a Midnight Sun, we're going to get that through Spotlight.
Yeah,
that's what that's going to be. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my god, good.
Definitely.
Looks so
Come
good.
on, why is this asking me for cookies? I don't want no damn cookies.
Yeah,
you got chocolate chip.
Yeah.
There we go.
You want some cookies? Me those.
I'm gonna have some cookies right now.
Well, pass some. Don't hide it. Divide it, my brother. Definitely. Well, guys, with this, man, once again, I want to thank everybody here on the panel for a wonderful show. Wonderful show. I know we took some deviations in different directions, but I'm so glad we did because we didn't have much to talk about. But it's always when we get the guys together, it's always a great conversation and always just goodness for the community and everything like that, man. So once again, guys, thank you all so much for being here. Everybody out there that watched us, thank you so much tonight. I'm gonna start with you, Leo. What you got going on, brother?
I don't know, man. Well, tomorrow we were supposed to do Figure Flex, but I'm supposed to go to see the Marvels tomorrow in IMAX, so I'm gonna go check that out. We have a show on Sunday. We might have a collector's lounge. I know we haven't had it the past 2 Sundays, but just had some things to do. Again, thanks everybody out there for your support and also your patience. You know, yesterday was kind of trying, so we had to kind of, postpone and move the show, the Celebration 4K show to next Wednesday. But
absolutely, congratulations on that as well.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. But again, for everybody's patience and bearing with me, again, we were supposed to give away 2 figures. Where it's 2 figures we're giving away as a set. It's a set. So to people, a lucky person is going to get 2 figures, but now I'm giving away 3. So basically it's going to be 2 figures in a set, but then 1 additional. So you want to tune in next Wednesday. We're going to have a giveaway.
Do we know what figures? What figures are they?
I put it this way: 2 figures that literally I wrestled with because I'll give you a hint. They're probably my favorite noir figures.
Okay.
And no, Lou, it's not Spider-Man. It's not Spider-Man, but there's 2 noir figures.
When you say noir figures, that's specific as hell.
Noir is 2 noir figures, and the thing is, I love the photography that I did with these 2, but I was like, they need to find a happy home, and hopefully I can get them to that person. And the other figure, you just have to wait and find out.
It's not Jyn Erso, bro. Come on.
It's not Jyn Erso.
It's not happening.
It's not happening, bro. Not at all.
He says Jyn Case to
No, it's definitely not happening. But yeah, thanks very, very much, and for everybody's patience and understanding. And yeah, we'll see you next week. We'll be back for another episode of Say What Wednesday, and let's go. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for being here, brother.
Bro.
Especially with everything that you're going through, I appreciate you coming.
Yeah, no doubt,
bro. Absolutely,
no doubt.
Absolutely. Big bro, what you gonna wear? I shouldn't even ask what you got going on, but where are you traveling next?
Grenadines, baby.
Yeah.
That's next. That's next.
Awesome.
So, you know, just trying to, you know, close out the year with a bang. Hopefully, be home. But can't wait because I got the man with no name waiting for me when I get back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Very nice.
I got that coming. I got one of the Tuscan Raiders. I got that coming.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So just trying to, you know, set up the story with the Star Wars line with a building, you know, expanded case. As you guys already seen, I did the little magic I did with the lizard base and Green Goblin with Spider-Man. And surprising I got all that in the DTOF. But that's going to come out of the DTOF and going to be in my Costas case when Electro gets here finally, when Doc Ock gets here, you know, all the other, you know, the Sinister Six minus Vulture, which hopefully they do that. But you know, man, just being on cruise control, trying to catch up on my television viewing. Starting the new university year, you know, just got accepted to another university, you know, furthering my education, moving from one degree to the next.
Congratulations as well.
Yeah, trying to, you know, just keep, you know, while I got breath in my lungs, I got to keep it pushing and keep it moving. And Lil Macho, you know, man, I love him to death. I know he's watching, but them damn chipmunks. That's all I gotta say. Them damn chipmunks. He loves Alvin and the Chipmunks, and there's never so much chipmunks singing the Bee Gees I can take. I just,
my God, Jesus,
man,
Jesus.
Yeah,
staying alive, baby.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna get a gallon of Jack Daniels. No, if you ever heard a chipmunk sing a version of "Staying Alive"?
I have.
You have?
I think so.
I've never heard.
Because my kids
when they start catching terrorists, you know, they should put them in a room and just have that playing.
It's so
and just
tell
everything. I know I would. Like just man,
it's
horrible.
But it's all good. You know, like I always said, when you have children, it's your opportunity to live your childhood again.
Yes, it is.
So you complain about chipmunks, I sit back, and then we have his children, and then when they discover the chipmunks, I get to enjoy them, to see them drive him crazy with them.
There you go. There you go. It's the circle of life, baby.
Yeah, but thanks for having me, man.
Always good to have you here, brother. Thank you so much. Lou, what's going on with you, brother? What you got going on?
Besides my phone dying in the middle of a live stream, man. That's because of all the recording I've been doing. I have edited the Edward Scissorhands video, so that'll be going up in the morning. I also did the RoboCop. Like I put him in the box, but I took him out the box because I wanted to smell him a little bit more. And then I got the exoskeleton Terminator 2 review that I'll be doing as well.
Yeah, I can't wait for that unboxing, bro. That's man.
Yeah, that one is going to be a true unboxing because that's fresh out, like Grail status, and I gotta put on the white gloves and do a little love.
Man, you need to donate that to Good Morning Grails. Because that's a good morning grail for that ass. That's you did excellent, sir.
Yeah. So got that one on the hook, and I still have that live stream that I plan on doing for the westerns, since I have all the westerns that I want.
I'm waiting for that. I've been waiting for that one.
The thing is this, I was waiting for Beam. He's sending me a commission, which is a bar stool, Western style bar stool with the chairs and the bar. So I was gonna have me in there as a bartender while I'm showcasing each figure.
Love it. That's dope.
But Also, I got something for Half Shell Saturday, so I'm gonna show you guys a little something.
Oh.
Just a little tease. Just a little tease. I went to Rhode Island Comic Con this past weekend.
Yes.
Right. And Jay, you already know.
Yes,
so without
sir.
spoiling anything, I'm just gonna show this. If anybody's a collector and knows this company,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know this. This is my first. Me doing it myself and not buying off of anyone else or it gifted to me. This is me going myself to get something officially locked in and checked out and graded. So I got me something that is exclusive for Half Shell Saturday. Ooh. So you're going to have to be there Half Shell Saturday, 9 o'clock in the morning. Brother Cousins, obviously, you know, the invitation's always there for you because it's always you and me. Anyone else who wants to join and hear the, you know, wonderful time over at Rhode Island Comic Con, you're more than welcome to join us. But we're going to talk about this particular item and I'll throw in a video at the end of the live stream.
Oh, that is dope.
Right.
I can't wait for that because I know what he's talking about. When y'all
I got them to certify the Terminator box for all the actors to sign.
Really?
I got them to certify that while I was there.
Dude, you almost need to keep that. Well, you gotta. Never mind. You gotta save it. I was like, you need to get that in the safe deposit. But no, it's good where it's at.
His safety deposit box has a pump action.
Nah, he got the little laser system. Y'all ever seen the first Resident Evil? Yeah, it's like that. Got the little laser just cut you in half. Ain't no plan.
One thing I can turn around and say, I can hit you for 400 yards without using the scope.
See, look at that. See, that's what I said. You're done.
Splat City. Aries, my brother, how are you doing, sir? What you got going on?
I'm good. Thank you for having me on the show. What a great show. Great conversations. Another giveaway. Congratulations to Mama Luigi with the first one hot toy giveaway. Congrats to DeFeo Dome on this past Monday. And you have to wonder who's going to win this Monday. You're going to have to be on Raw at 8:30 p.m. Eastern to find out. Don't forget to comment on this week's market show to be able to enter. With the market show coming up this weekend, you're going to want to comment on that as well for another giveaway the next week. After that, Thanksgiving, it's that time of year. That's what's going on at 6 Scale Cantina. Other than that, that's it, baby. I really appreciate you having me on. I do got a jet, but I love you guys. Thanks for having me.
Likewise. Love you too, brother.
Bro.
Absolutely. Have a good one.
Peace.
Absolutely. See ya.
Love you.
And last but not least, we got Costas, aka the Display King himself, Pop Culture Living Room. What is going on with you, bro?
I am like stacking videos so that I can have like a steady stream of things to come out. So I, you know, a lot of tutorials. One of the ones that I've been working on for a while, and now I've decided to make 3 different types of them.
Oh wow!
There's going to be a basic Grail case.
Nice,
right? Then there's going to be, it's a little bigger. It's the intermediate.
Okay.
And then there's going to be one a little bit taller than this, but it's going to be this wide. And it's going to have like every bell and whistle you can think of for a little case. So light up floor, light up top, different colors. Like I'm going to use the special LED so I can do multiple things. It's gonna have a lot of stuff on it. It's gonna be great.
That is awesome.
And then I think I'm gonna do. I will do a giveaway at some point when I can get my crap together. But I'm gonna give away a set of my hanging brackets, so you can turn. You can put floating shelves into your garage display. So like these.
Yeah, I need some of those.
Okay, I'm entering. I need something.
Yep, I need some.
Yeah, so I think I'm starting a Discord.
Because if you look, you got a Discord. Okay.
I have it. It's made. I'm just like, is it launchable? I don't know, because it's Discord, and I gotta learn. I feel like I need to learn more about it, but I might just put it out in the ether and then see what happens, and we can make rooms and stuff as we go along. I don't know, but it's beta.
You built it.
Let it breathe, baby.
Yeah. so yeah. Lots of tutorials coming, and lots of fun videos in between those tutorials. I'm trying to do like a mix. Because it gets expensive. And what are the dimensions of those little ones?
That's what she said.
I forget off the top of my head. I have them in. No, my book is downstairs. Damn it. Here, we'll measure them live on air. So this is going to be the intermediate Grail case, which will have a regular bottom and regular lights. So this one is about 11.5 inches wide.
That's what she said.
About 16 inches tall.
That's what I told her.
And the side is about 10 inches.
She's having a baby.
The ultimate Grail is going to be 2 inches taller because I want to have. So this one's good for. Let's see, 1/6 scale figure real quick.
That's good for a baby. I'm sorry, Costas. I'm sorry. You're just giving me too much to work with.
What am I doing? What am I making sexual innuendos here?
Of course.
You want to touch my prime? You want to touch my prime?
Hey, listen. He has all the oil that you would need to grease up them joints, baby. I'm just saying.
Wait, look at all the 3-0
the weathering.
What do you call it? The weathering. That's what you were talking about earlier.
Yeah,
that looks
man.
good.
3-0.
Hey, Costa, how was those transformer pieces for 3-0? I've been debating on those things.
Must get.
If you don't mind them not transforming, and like, to be honest, I have 3 in the back there that transform the masterpiece collections, but I never have them in their transformed state. So it's like these are very posable. You could do just about anything with these. They're pretty awesome. The articulation on them is great.
Majority of it's die-cast, baby.
Fucking heavy. And I've done videos on these and put pictures. I've had him up in the Jordan dunking pose from the from the free throw line. I've had these are just they're super posable. I love them. I'm kind of interested in their mini line, their MDLX line. I think those look pretty cool. I think they're about this big.
That's not the MDLX.
No, this is a DLX.
Okay, you got the DLX. Okay.
Yeah. The MDLX is the mini.
Yeah, that's the comic book versions. That's all.
Yeah, well, this one's the Bumblebee movie version.
That's
the
from the Bumblebee movie.
Yeah, they do have they're doing more cartoonish ones.
It feels more like IDW at that point.
If you want to jump in, this Optimus Prime is. I think you can still get him for a decent price. I mean, it's. But I love the 3-0 ones. So and I love the stand that comes with them.
Yeah, the articulated.
You can make them jump and stuff. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, sticks in his bum.
Whoa, right in the butthole. See, I knew it was sexual. Right? See.
I ain't even touching that shit.
I'm not either. But man, that looks. But they look dope. They look dope. And the cases, those Grail cases, I'm just sitting there thinking about them because I'm like, when I get certain in art figures, I definitely want them to display kind of different, kind of like in their own type of a thing. So, yeah.
Here's the cool thing about these. When I'm done making them, you can stack them, and I have pieces to hook them together. So, like, if you get the same size, these are 2 different sizes, but like these are not 2 different sizes, and you can just stack them. You can hang one on the wall. You can connect them this way. You can actually do like two like this and one in the middle, like this. If you want on the wall, you can.
What I want in
all
life,
kinds of
if the
stuff.
world was a perfect place, there would be a place like similar a la IKEA, but it would be called Costas, and you could just go there and you can just get all your collecting cases that you that shit.
Yeah, and this is the bottom with it's adhesive velvet.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, and you see the wood.
I like that.
This is the basic one. It's gonna have wood, so it's gonna look like a regular Maja case style thing. Regular wood bottom and a regular light up here. It's basic. It's for the people that don't want to do a lot of soldering and stuff.
Gotcha.
And the other thing is
soldering and wood, baby.
The other thing is, when I put those videos out, I will offer services to sell the lights that fit inside those, so you don't have to solder anything. If you just want to, make the other parts of the case, you can. So, yeah,
awesome.
They're coming. It's just
tutorials
are just a long process.
Oh, they're an editing bitch. They are. They're just takes a while.
And I got two coming out. So stay tuned. Stay tuned.
You heard it here first. Stay tuned for those. Once again, Costa, thank you so much for being here, brother. As always, just pillar in the community. What you're doing with collecting, what you're doing with these collected casings, and just taking it to a whole nother level. I mean, that's how I got this all back here. So, man, definitely is good. But everybody out there that's with us, thank you all for watching and being here with us tonight. Thank you. What I got going on next Sunday, it's going to be the premiere of Storytime with Mama Cousins. That's going to be Sunday evening, so check that out. It won't be live. It won't be live. It's not a live stream. It's going to be a video because we wanted to just put it out there, just to get her feet wet, so to speak, before we actually do a live stream. So this one is pre-recorded, but it will be premiering. So we'll be in the chat, looking, seeing what everybody thinks. So come by, say hi. Mama Cousins will also be there in the chat with me, So it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. And do my best to be on Half Show Saturday this Sunday, and believe
you're not obligated. You're not obligated.
I love the fact that I'm not obligated.
Not obligated,
but I would love to be on it because I know what you got coming. So that's why I'm like, yeah, this is going to be excellent. This is the show right here to be.
Is it Casey Jones's boxers from the first movie?
Nah, I'm wearing them currently.
That is awesome.
Fruit of the Looms, baby. Fruit of the Looms.
You already got green ooze coming out the New York sewers, so
I know. I already know. You know what that actually is? Antifreeze. That's all that antifreeze. People.
Yeah, when I saw the post, I was like, "Damn, the turtles are coming! The turtles are coming!" Everybody like, "Damn, that's right." That's right.
Yo, somebody sent me that post about my I think it was my IG. I was like, "Yo, what the heck?" I'm like, and I saw the turtles reference. I'm like, "Yeah, but if that's actually coming out of the sewers, I gotta make sure that my wife and my daughter are going out there with masks on and stuff. Make sure they breathe that stuff in, because they go to school in the city, work in the city. Me, I'm over here. I'm nearby, and I'm up, in Yonkers. I'm away from the madness of the rat city, So
right.
But like I said, not an obligation. But if you want to be there, you have more than welcome. You're always gonna get a whatchamacallit, a link. You're always gonna get a link because it's not a half show Saturday with our brother Cousins.
Oh, it makes me feel so special.
The other half of half show Saturday, you got the front show, you got the back show. Come on.
I love
One day I got your back, the other day you got my back. That's how that works.
That's how it works, brother. That's how it works, baby. Absolutely. Well, guys, thank you all.
Thing.
Yo,
real quick, I wanted to blitz 0065. Yes, these would be great for smaller figures because I'm going to also show you how to make a half shelf in there for your 3 3/4 and 6-inch ones. It's going to be a whole thing. Sorry.
That is awesome.
I hope I win that for my turtles because I would like to put my movie turtles in that nice little cube.
Yeah, that would be. We don't have enough good cases for for like the ones. What scale is that for the 112 scale stuff? So yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I got ideas, baby. They're coming.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching tonight. And like that, my friends, as soon as I find the button, we are out. See you later, guys.
Dead or alive, you coming with me?